In a previous video, I asked you guys for feedback on what computer I should use for my fully remote observatory. And I said this. What do you think I should do? Do you think it's going to be too much of a headache with the RB Focus? Should I just fork over the money and maybe buy one of the Eagles? Now, maybe try to see if I can find one second hand. After a lot of feedback from you guys that I really appreciate, I've actually decided to go in a completely different direction. A lot of you guys suggested a computer called the MeLE Quieter 4C. This is incredibly popular amongst astronomers because it's a fanless mini PC. It has enough power to run Nina and your plate solve. That's not what I decided to get because one of you over on my Discord actually suggested something completely different, and that's what I want to show you today. Okay, let me show you guys what I decided to get. So obviously here we have the computer. We have a bunch of accessories. We're going to look at that in a minute. But let's start by getting the computer out and let me show you what this is. This is a small industrial computer. So these are designed to be used in industrial settings like metal workshop, working workshops, labs, those kind of things. So you can see here, first of all, one of the features that I like is this is completely fanless. There is not a single air intake on this. The entire case is one big heat sink. So that means that there's not going to be any dust, any moisture, anything coming into this device. It's going to be completely sealed and all heat is just radiated out the radiators. Looking at here on the front, we get 4 comms ports. They're not that used anymore. Some older mounts might still use COM ports. So they're nice to have, but today most stuff is running over USB. But luckily you can see here, we have plenty of those. We have 4 USB 3 over here. Audio out ports, probably not going to be too useful for us. And then there is a power button. Now you don't actually need the power button because out of the box, this thing is configured with what's called auto start. And that means as soon as this thing receives power, it's going to boot up. And that means you don't need to do any complicated wake on LAN stuff and static IP, blah, blah, blah. If you have something that can basically flip the power switch for this, you can reboot the device. Then, and this is one of the features I really like, is you get these. These are GPIO pins. You get 10 of those. That means you can send signals over these pins to various other devices. So that could be, for instance, my roof controller can take signals from GPIO pins like these, and I can use it to control the roof if I wanted to. But the roof driver already has an ASCOM driver, so I'm probably going to be using that. But there might be other situations. I don't really know what yet, but these are really nice to have if you basically want to flip a relay for, I don't know, turn on a lamp or whatever. You can use those for that, so that's pretty neat. Moving around on the back side, which I assume is the back, we got 2 more USB ports, USB 2, so 6 USB ports in total, which is nice. And then we have dual gigabit LAN ports. That means, again, it shows its industrial design here. If you have a dual connection, you can have 2 of these, so a primary and a backup, running into this device. So if your main connection goes down, you can have a backup device running here, which is pretty nice. So again, not sure how many normal people have a dual network connection at home, but the option is there. Dual HDMI for display and VGA out. And here's a small feature that is one of the reasons why I really like this device. Look at that power port. That is just a normal 12 volt bell jack. Just like all our other astronomy equipment, it uses the same 12 volt power plug, and that means you can just take your normal astronomy power cables, plug it in, and it will just interface with all your other devices, and you don't need anything special. For instance, something with the MeLE Quieter 4C that requires a USB-C, I believe, for power. So suddenly it's another standard. It's a small thing, but now it just integrates better into your whole ecosystem. Then you have 2 antenna outputs here for Wi-Fi. So if we take a look at the box, there's a bunch of accessories down here. There is a power brick. This one, by the way, if you're curious, this delivers 12 volt, 3 amps. So this one will draw no more than 3 amps. at full load, which is not a lot and something you can easily fit into your power budget. As most power boxes for astronomy I've seen can deliver up to 10 amps, I think. And even with a cool camera and everything, you can easily fit that in the power budget there as well. Then we have some brackets. Those you would unscrew those screws here, and then they fit on like so. There, you screw those in there, and then you get a bracket on one side, get a bracket on the other side. I'm not sure if I'm going to use these or if I'm going to figure something out with those 4 holes here, which is intended for if you want to hard mount it. Those 4 there, that's kind of offset to the side. I'm going to come back to those in a second. But let's see what else we got in the package. We got 2 antennas for Wi-Fi. Screw those on there. We also have this adapter. Well, hello. So this adapter before, and you can see here this is for a hard drive. In the other end, you just have a SATA port and a small, I think it's a 12-volt header for power. So to see where that goes, we're gonna need some tools. Okay, so just removing those 4 screws here in the corner, we get access to the internals, and here we are. Okay. So what we have in here is normal RAM stick over here and an NVMe SSD here. You can buy this one with different configurations depending on how much storage, how much RAM. I believe you can also buy it as a bare bone device without it if you want to buy and install your own. CPU-wise, this has a N150. This is the same as we see in the MeLE Quieter. It's the same as we see in the Focus RB. It's the same we see in a lot of different of these small form factor computers. This is more than powerful enough to run NINER, run your plate solving. You're probably not want to run full-on Stellarium on it. But for a computer that's primarily just going to control your telescope, run your plate solving, and handle all your file management, this is more than enough. Other than that, there is one more thing I want to show you. We already talked about the dual LAN connection, of course Wi-Fi, so those are 3 different ways you can get an internet connection into this. But there is a 4th. One little screw out. I can now go ahead and unplug the Wi-Fi card, and if I put that to the side, just put that over there. Right here, let me point for you here. Right there, you have a SIM card tray. So you can take a SIM card if you want, put that in there, and now this thing is going to be able to connect over cellular, over normal mobile data. So that means you could run dual LANs in here, you could run Wi-Fi, and you could run cellular built into it, giving you a number of different connectivity options, and some of them, of course, can run backup for each other. So if your LAN connection, your Wi-Fi goes down, you can have that as a backup. As you come back and look at this connector, we have the SATA port sitting over here, and there's the power headers sitting right next to it. And the idea with these offset holes that we talked about before is that you use those, they're countersunk on the outside, and there are screws in this back. Whoa, there's all the things. Screws in this back here as well for mounting a SSD. So you can take an SSD, you screw it onto this back plate, you connect it in with this here, connect that into those 2 here, and now you can expand storage with a normal SSD. The other thing that I was throwing around here is it's essentially just a little block for connecting to the GPIO pins. So you just take your wires, put them in there, lock them down with a screw, and then this one, I don't want to move it around too much because my Wi-Fi card is still just rattling around. That one just plugs into the GPIO pins at the front we looked at before. So it just makes it a little bit easier. The device comes pre-installed with Windows 11 Pro in a non-activated version. So the OS is here, so you can boot it up right away. You don't have to fiddle around with your own boot drives and installing the actual OS. It comes pre-installed on it, but it's not activated, so you need to go out and buy your own product key if you want to actually activate the operating system. But you can just boot it up right away and begin to use it, and do all the configuration, and then get the key afterwards. So as you can see, this is an incredibly capable PC for astrophotography. Pair this up with a data and power control box from either Pegasus Astro, SVBONY also has some that looks really nice that I'm looking at. And then you have a complete control over all data and power for your entire setup. Incredible cool setup, and it's probably going to go in that direction. However, this does have some drawbacks. First of all, if you compare this to the MeLE Quieter, this is heavier. It is significantly heavier, actually. I think this tips the scale at around 1 kilogram, and I think the MeLE is listed at only 200, so it's like 5 times as heavy. And that is, of course, a concern, especially on smaller rigs. Then that 700 or 800 grams extra on it can be a lot. And if you have a very tight weight budget, I could see that being a concern. Now, luckily for the setup that I'm running, I have quite a bit of headroom, as I ended up going with a relatively light optical tube. So this shouldn't be a big problem for me. But that is something to consider. It is also a little bit more expensive for the same specs. So you get the same CPU, and if you get one with similar RAM and hard drive size, it is more expensive. So that's worth taking into consideration as well, that you do pay for all those extra features. But I feel like there is so much potential for things you could do, room for expansion, for doing new things with it in the future, that I decided to run with it. And that's what I'm going to be running. Now, I need to figure out how to mount it. That's probably going to involve some 3D printing brackets or something. I don't know yet, but that's for a future video. I will be providing non-sponsored links for all the products in the description below. If you do want to support the channel, go check out the merch store, Deep Space Merch. There are t-shirts, mugs, bottles, and you can also get my book, The Cosmic Field Guide. And go check it out, deepspacemerch.com. Now they also have this Astro computer here. It's just essentially like a small computer, but it is a fully fledged Windows system.